I should have stayed in bed. That's what I keep telling myself now, sitting here with the lights on, door locked, every window sealed tight. But I didn't stay in bed. I opened the door. Let me back up. 3 nights ago, I woke up to knocking. Not pounding. Not scratching. Just 3 calm, measured knocks on my front door. Knock. 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 I grabbed my phone. 3:17 a.m. My apartment is on the 3rd floor.
Please, you have to understand,
You
we
need a
can't
key to
keep
get
living
into the
like this.
building.
It's breaking my heart. We need to do
Nobody
something
should be at
now.
my door at 3:17 in the morning. I lay there, heart hammering, telling myself I imagined it. Then I heard it again. Knock. 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 Same rhythm. Same volume. Like whoever was out there had all the time in the world. I got up. I don't know why. Curiosity maybe. Stupidity definitely. The floor was cold under my feet. I moved through the dark apartment, phone flashlight off, trying not to make a sound. My door has a peephole. I looked through it. Nothing. Just the empty hallway, fluorescent lights humming overhead, that ugly brown carpet we all complain about. Nobody there. I pressed my ear against the door. Silence. I should have gone back to bed right then. But something felt wrong. Not scary wrong. Just, off. Like when you walk into a room and forget why you came in, except the room is your own hallway and the forgetting feels deliberate. I unlocked the deadbolt as quietly as I could. The sound echoed anyway, metal sliding against metal, way too loud in the 3 a.m. quiet. I opened the door just a crack. The hallway was empty. But on the floor, right in front of my door, was a piece of paper. White. Folded in half. Sitting there like someone had placed it carefully. I looked left. Right. The hallway stretched in both directions, doors closed, everyone asleep. I picked up the paper. It was heavier than normal paper. Thicker. Almost like cardstock. I unfolded it. Inside, in printed black letters, it said, "Don't open the door tomorrow night." That's it. No signature. No explanation. Just that one sentence. My hand started shaking. I pulled back into my apartment, locked the door, checked the lock twice, then checked it again. I didn't sleep the rest of that night. The next morning, I tried to convince myself it was a prank. Some neighbor's idea of a joke. Maybe teenagers who got into the building. I asked around. Nobody knew anything. Nobody heard anything. The woman across the hall, Mrs. Chen, she's a light sleeper. I asked if she heard knocking last night. She looked at me strange. No knocking. But I did hear footsteps. Around 3 in the morning. Thought it was you. What kind of footsteps? Slow ones. Back and forth. Outside your door. For maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Someone stood outside my door for 10 minutes, and all I heard was 3 knocks. That second night, I didn't want to be home. I thought about staying at my sister's place. Or getting a hotel. Anything but being in my apartment. But that felt like letting fear win. Like running from nothing. So I stayed. I kept every light on. I pushed my couch against the door. I kept my phone charged, finger hovering over 911. I watched the clock. The minutes dragged. Every creak of the building made me jump. Every distant siren made my heart race. I tried watching TV. Couldn't focus. The shows felt fake. The laughter tracks hollow. I tried scrolling on my phone. Every article felt meaningless. Every post felt distant. All I could think about was that note. Don't open the door tomorrow night. Why tomorrow night specifically? What was going to happen? 3 a.m. came and went. 3:10. 3:15. I started to relax. Maybe it was just a prank after all. Maybe nothing would happen. 3:17 a.m. Knock. 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 I froze. Same knocks. Same rhythm. Same door. But I wasn't answering. No way. The note said don't open the door tomorrow night, and I was listening. I sat on my couch still wedged against the door, barely breathing. The knocking came again. Knock. 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 Then silence. I waited. 1 minute. 2 minutes. 5 minutes. Nothing. I thought it was over. Then my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number, I know you're awake. My blood went cold. Another text. I can hear you breathing. I wasn't making a sound. I was holding my breath at this point. Another text, I just want to talk. I typed back with shaking hands, who is this? 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. The response, someone who's trying to help you. But you need to let me in. I typed, no. The reply came instantly, then you'll have to come out eventually. I didn't respond. My phone buzzed again, I'll wait. I sat there until sunrise, couch against the door, lights blazing, phone in hand. When morning came, I checked the peephole. Nothing in the hallway. I moved the couch and opened the door just enough to look out. Another note on the floor. This one said, last warning. Don't open the door tonight. Tonight. The third night. Which is right now. It's 2:47 a.m. as I'm typing this. I'm documenting everything because I need someone to know what happened if things go wrong. I've called the police twice. They came by, found nothing, told me to call if something concrete happens. Apparently notes and knocking aren't concrete enough. The first officer was young. Looked bored. He checked the hallway, asked if I had any enemies, suggested I get a security camera. The second officer was older. She seemed more concerned. Asked about my mental health. Asked if I was on any medications. Asked if I'd been sleeping okay. I showed her the notes. She photographed them. Said she'd file a report. Said to call if anything escalated. But I could see it in her eyes. She thought I was paranoid. Maybe unstable. Maybe I am. I've got a knife from the kitchen on the coffee table. I've got 911 ready to dial. I've got my door locked and bolted and chained. But here's the thing that's eating at me. The notes. Both times they said don't open the door. They're warnings. Whoever's knocking, whoever's texting, they're not the threat. They're warning me about the threat. So what happens when I don't open the door? What's on the other side that they don't want to come through? Or worse. What if I'm already trapped in here with it? I keep thinking about Mrs. Chen. How she heard footsteps for 10 minutes but I only heard 3 knocks. What was happening during those other 9 minutes? It's 3:09 now. My mouth is dry. My hands won't stop shaking. I keep staring at the door. The apartment feels smaller than usual. The walls closer. The ceiling lower. I notice things I've never noticed before. A crack in the ceiling that looks almost like a face. A stain on the wall that seems to move when I'm not looking directly at it. The way the shadows pool in the corners, darker than they should be. 3:12. Every sound in this apartment feels amplified. The hum of the refrigerator. The building settling. My own heartbeat. I hear my neighbor above me moving around. Footsteps crossing from one room to another. Then the footsteps stop. Directly above where I'm sitting. Like they're standing there. Listening. 3:15. I'm watching the clock on my phone. My neighbor hasn't moved in 3 minutes. Still standing there. Directly above me. 3:16. My eyes are locked on the door. I can hear my own breathing. Fast. Shallow. I try to slow it down. Can't. 3:17. Nothing. No knocking. Just silence. Complete, total silence. Even the ambient sounds are gone. No refrigerator hum. No distant traffic. Nothing. The footsteps above me have stopped. It's like the world is holding its breath. Then I smell it. Something burning. Not like food burning. Like, electrical. Chemical. It's coming from the hallway. I look through the peephole. The hallway lights are flickering. And standing at the far end, barely visible in the strobing light, is a figure. Tall. Impossibly tall. Its head nearly touches the ceiling. It's not moving. Just standing there. Facing my door. My phone buzzes. Text from unknown, whatever you do, don't scream. It's attracted to sound. I pull back from the peephole, hand over my mouth. My heart is pounding so hard I think it might burst. Another text, I'm in 3B. Mrs. Chen's apartment. I can help you but you have to trust me. Mrs. Chen is across the hall. But Mrs. Chen is 70 years old. This doesn't sound like her. I look through the peephole again. The figure is closer now. I didn't see it move. But it's halfway down the hallway. It's not walking. Not floating. It's just, closer. Like the distance between us is shrinking without movement. Another text, when I knock, you have exactly 3 seconds to open your door, cross the hall, and get into 3B. I'll have the door open. Do not look at it. Do not make a sound. I type back, what is that thing? Response, something that shouldn't be here. Are you ready? My finger hovers over the keyboard. Every instinct is screaming at me not to open the door. The note said don't open the door. But that thing is coming either way. And I'm trapped in here. I type, how do I know you're really trying to help me? Response, you don't. But in about 30 seconds, that thing will be at your door. And when it knocks, if you don't answer, it will get in anyway. Your choice. I look through the peephole. The figure is 3 doors away now. 2 doors. I can see it more clearly now. It's wearing something dark. A coat maybe. Or a cloak. But its limbs are wrong. Too long. Joints bending in places they shouldn't. 1 door away. I grip the doorknob, ready to unlock it. The figure stops right outside my door. I can't see its face through the peephole. Just a dark silhouette, tall and wrong, its proportions all off. Then I hear knocking from across the hall. Mrs. Chen's door. Knock. 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 The figure's head snaps toward the sound. Its movement is jerky. Unnatural. Like a marionette on strings. It turns away from my door. This is my chance. I unlock the deadbolt. Slide the chain. Turn the knob. I yank the door open and run. 3 steps across the hallway. Mrs. Chen's door is open, someone's hand reaching out. I dive through. The door slams behind me. I'm on the floor, gasping, and someone is locking the door above me. Not Mrs. Chen. A man. Mid-30s. Dark hair. He looks terrified. You made it, he breathes. I look around. This isn't Mrs. Chen's apartment anymore. The layout is the same, but everything else is different. The walls are covered in symbols. Drawn in what looks like salt or chalk. Circles within circles. Strange letters I don't recognize. The windows are blacked out with heavy curtains. Candles everywhere, dozens of them, all lit. The air smells like sage and something metallic. Where's Mrs. Chen? I ask. He helps me up. There is no Mrs. Chen. There never was. What? This building has 12 units. Yours is one. This is another. But we're not. He struggles for words. We're not in the same place you think we are. That doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. But you need to listen. That thing out there. It comes every night at 3:17. It knocks on one door. And if that door opens, it takes whoever's inside. Takes them where? He points to the walls. To the symbols. Everywhere. Nowhere. I don't know. They just stop existing. How do you know all this? Because I opened my door 3 weeks ago. I stare at him. He looks normal. Solid. Real. But there's something off about his eyes. Like he's looking at me from very far away. I'm not really here anymore, he continues. Neither are you now. The moment you stepped out into that hallway, you crossed over. You're in the in-between. This is insane. Look at your hands. I do. They're translucent. Not invisible, but I can see through them to the floor below. I can see the wood grain beneath my skin. I'm fading. No. No, no, no. Panic rises in my throat. Listen to me, he grabs my shoulders. His hands feel cold. Distant. There's a way back. But it's not easy. Tell me. You have to go back to your apartment. You have to get inside before dawn. And you have to lock the door from the inside. What about that thing? It's already taken its person for tonight. It won't come back until tomorrow. But there are other things out there. Things that wander. You need to move fast and quiet. What kind of things? He glances at the door. The people who didn't make it back. They're still out there. Still looking for a way home. They'll try to follow you. Try to get into your apartment when you open the door. And if they do, then you'll be stuck here with them. Forever. The word hangs in the air. Forever. Why are you helping me? He looks sad. Because nobody helped me. And I've been stuck here, watching, trying to warn people. You're the first person who actually listened. The notes. That was you? He nods. I tried to warn you. Tried to stop you from opening the door. But it doesn't always work. Come with me. I can't. I'm too far gone. Look. He holds up his hand. I can see right through it. Through him. To the wall behind. He's almost not there at all. How long do I have? He checks a watch on his wrist. An old analog one. The hands are spinning backward. Sunrise is at 6:34. It's 3:31 now. You have 3 hours. Maybe less. How will I know if I'm running out of time? You'll know. You'll start to feel cold. Numb. Like you're falling asleep standing up. He moves to the door, checks the peephole. Hallway's clear. You need to go now. I don't want to go back out there. But I look at my hands again, more transparent than before, and I know I don't have a choice. He opens the door. The hallway looks normal. Light steady. Carpet ugly as ever. But it feels wrong. Too quiet. Too still. Like a photograph of a hallway instead of an actual hallway. Remember, he whispers. Fast and quiet. Don't look in any direction but your door. Don't stop moving. And whatever you do, don't respond if you hear your name. What happens if I respond? They'll know you can hear them. And they'll follow you. Who's they? But he's already closing the door. I step into the hallway. Behind me, I hear his door close and lock. I'm alone. My apartment is right there. Door still open from when I ran out. Just 10 feet away. I start walking. The carpet feels different under my feet. Softer. Like I'm walking on moss instead of industrial carpet. 5 feet. I hear something behind me. A wet, dragging sound. Don't look. Don't look. 4 feet. A voice whispers my name. It sounds like my mother. But my mother lives 2 states away. Don't respond. 3 feet. The lights flicker. I can see my apartment door. So close. 2 feet. Something cold touches the back of my neck. Fingers. Long and thin and cold. I lunge through my doorway, spin around, slam the door. Lock it. Chain it. Bolt it. Something slams against the door from the outside. Hard. The door shakes in its frame. Again. And again. Then silence. I slide down to the floor, shaking. I made it. I look at my hands. Still translucent, but maybe less so. It's hard to tell. I check my phone. 3:34 a.m. Hours until dawn. I just have to wait. I pull myself onto the couch and watch the door. Minutes crawl by. Every second feels like an hour. I keep checking my hands. Checking the clock. Checking the door. At 3:47, I hear scratching. Not at my door. At my bedroom window. But I'm on the 3rd floor. I get up slowly, move toward the bedroom. The scratching gets louder. I peek around the doorframe. There's something at my window. A face. Pressed against the glass. Pale. Hollow eyes. Mouth open in a silent scream. It sees me. It starts clawing at the window. Frantic. Desperate. The glass starts to crack. I run back to the living room, grab my phone. Text the unknown number, there's something at my window. Response comes immediately, don't let it in. It will try to break the glass. You need to close your bedroom door and stay in the living room. I run back, slam my bedroom door shut. The scratching continues. Louder now. Then glass breaks. I hear it. The sound of my bedroom window shattering. Something crawls through. I can hear it in my bedroom. Moving around. Bumping into furniture. My bedroom door doesn't have a lock. I push my bookshelf in front of it. Not enough. I add the side table. A chair. Anything I can move. The thing in my bedroom goes quiet. I hold my breath. Then I hear it at the door. Not knocking. Just breathing. Long, ragged breaths. Let me in, it whispers. I just want to go home. Its voice sounds human. Sad. Desperate. Please, it says. I've been out there so long. I just want to go home. I don't respond. I know you can hear me. Please. I'm so cold. My phone buzzes. Text, don't listen to it. It's not human anymore. It hasn't been for a long time. The thing at my door starts crying. It sounds so real. So heartbroken. Please, it sobs. Please help me. I close my eyes. Text another message. How much longer? Response, you're at 4:03. 2.5 hours. You're doing good. Your hands look more solid. I check. Yes. Definitely more solid. 4 a.m. My hands look more solid now. I'm coming back. The crying at my bedroom door has stopped. I don't know if that's better or worse. 4:30 a.m. Definitely more solid. I can barely see through them. The apartment is quiet now. I check the peephole. The hallway looks normal. But I know it's not. 5:00 a.m. I look normal again. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. I move the furniture away from my bedroom door. Open it slowly. My bedroom is empty. The window is shattered. Cold air pouring in. But there's no sign of whatever came through. Just glass on the floor and my curtains blowing in the wind. I close the bedroom door again. Go back to the living room. 5:47 a.m. The first light of dawn creeps through my window. I made it. I survived. My phone buzzes. Text from unknown, you did good. Get some sleep. And tomorrow night, when it knocks, you'll know what to do. I type back, don't open the door. Response, never open the door. I should feel relieved. But I'm looking at my apartment now, really looking, and something's different. The photos on my wall. They're not quite right. Same frames, but the pictures inside are slightly off. In my family photo, my sister is wearing a blue dress. But I remember she wore red that day. In my graduation photo, I'm holding my diploma in my left hand. But I'm right-handed. My bookshelf. The books are in a different order. Small things. Things you wouldn't notice unless you were looking. I walk to my bedroom. Careful of the broken glass. My bed is made. I never make my bed. There's a note on my pillow. My hands shake as I pick it up. In my own handwriting, it says, I'm sorry. I tried to warn you. Good luck. I don't remember writing this. I look in the mirror above my dresser. I look the same. Same face. Same hair. Same eyes. But when I smile, my reflection doesn't. It just stares back at me. Sad. Knowing. And I realize the man across the hall was wrong about one thing. You can lock the door from the inside. You can make it back before dawn. But that doesn't mean you make it back to the right place. I'm in my apartment. But it's not my apartment. It's close. So close you'd never notice the difference. Unless you knew what to look for. I walk back to the living room. Open my laptop. Google my own name. The search results are almost the same. Almost. But there's an obituary. For me. Dated 3 weeks ago. Car accident, it says. Died instantly. I close the laptop. My phone buzzes. Text from my sister, hey, just thinking about you today. Miss you so much. Can't believe it's been 3 weeks. I stare at the message. She thinks I'm dead. Because in her world, I am. I'm not in my apartment. I'm in the apartment of a version of me who died 3 weeks ago. And tomorrow night, at 3:17 a.m., when the knocking comes, I'll know exactly what to do. I won't open the door. But somewhere, in another version of this building, in the apartment that used to be mine, someone else will be lying in bed. Someone else will hear the knocking. Someone else will be curious. And I can't warn them. Because I'm not there anymore. I'm here. In the place for people who opened the door. My phone buzzes one last time. Unknown number, welcome home. I look out my window. The street below looks normal. Cars passing. People walking dogs. Morning starting. But none of them look up. None of them see me. Because I'm not really here. I haven't been since 3:17 a.m. And I never will be again. I try calling my sister. The phone rings. And rings. And rings. No answer. I hang up. Try my mom. Same thing. I try my best friend. The number doesn't exist. I check my contacts. Everyone's there. Same names. Same numbers. But when I try to call, nothing connects. I'm alone. Completely alone. I make coffee. It tastes wrong. Too bitter. Or maybe I just can't taste it properly anymore. I turn on the TV. The channels are all the same as I remember. Same shows. Same commercials. But I'm not in any of the commercials for local businesses. Even though I was in one last month. A local car dealership. They paid me $200 to smile and point at a Honda. I find the commercial. There's someone else pointing at the Honda. Someone who looks almost like me. But not quite. I turn off the TV. The silence is deafening. I sit on my couch and stare at the wall. Hours pass. The sun moves across the sky. I should eat. I'm not hungry. I should sleep. I'm not tired. I just sit. And wait. For what, I don't know. Evening comes. I watch the sunset through my window. It's beautiful. I don't feel anything. Night falls. I turn on all the lights. Check the locks. Push the couch against the door. I look at the clock. 11:47 p.m. Hours until 3:17. I try to stay awake. I need to know what happens. Need to know if it comes back. Midnight passes. 1 a.m. 2 a.m. I'm watching the clock now. Can't look away. 3 a.m. 3:10. 3:15. My heart is racing. 3:16. I hold my breath. 3:17. Knock. 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 It's back. I don't move. Don't breathe. Knock. 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 I look through the peephole. Nothing. But on the floor is a note. I watch it. It doesn't move. But I know what it says. Don't open the door. Because that's what I wrote. 3 weeks ago. Before I opened the door. Before I crossed over. I'm the one leaving the notes. I'm the one sending the texts. I'm the one trying to warn people. Just like the man in 3B tried to warn me. And now I'm him. Trapped here. Trying to save others from making the same mistake. But they never listen. They always open the door. Just like I did. My phone is in my hand. I find the contact. The one I've been texting. I type, I understand now. 3 dots appear. A response, good. Now help the next one. Who are you? I was the one before you. Before that, someone else. It goes back a long way. How do I get out? The response takes a long time. Finally, you don't. But you can help others try. Maybe one day, someone will make it. Really make it. All the way back. Has anyone? I don't know. I hope so. The conversation ends. I sit in the dark. Lights off now. I don't need them anymore. I'm part of the dark now. I hear movement in the hallway. Footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. They stop outside my door. I don't look through the peephole. I know what's there. The knocking will come tonight. And tomorrow night. And every night after. And all I can do is warn whoever hears it. Hope they listen. Hope they're smarter than I was. But they never are. They always open the door. The knocking starts. Not at my door. Down the hall. Unit 3E. Someone new. I grab my phone. Find a number I don't recognize. Type, "Don't open the door." Send. Wait. The knocking continues. I type again, "Please. Whatever you do, don't open the door." I wait. The knocking stops. Then I hear it. A door opening. Footsteps in the hallway. Running. A door slams. Then silence. My phone buzzes. Unknown number, who is this? How did you get my number? I type, "I'm trying to help you." Where are you right now? Response, "None of your business." Stop texting me. I type, "You just opened your door at 3:17 a.m. You heard knocking. You're across the hall from where you started. Look at your hands." A long pause. Then, "How do you know that?" I type, "Because the same thing happened to me." Look at your hands. Are they solid? Another pause. Oh God. Oh God, I can see through them. I close my eyes. Another one. I type, "Listen very carefully. You need to get back to your apartment before sunrise. I'll help you. But you have to do exactly what I say." Response, "Who are you?" I look at my reflection in the dark window. At the sad, knowing eyes staring back. I type, "Someone who tried to warn you." And the cycle continues. Night after night after night. I guide the new one back to their apartment. Give them the same instructions I was given. Watch as they fade back to solid. Watch as they realize what I already know. They didn't make it back to the right place either. They're in a version of their life where they're already dead. And tomorrow night, they'll be the ones leaving notes. Sending texts. Trying to save the next person. But it never works. We save them from the thing in the hallway. But we can't save them from what comes after. The realization. The loneliness. The eternity of watching and warning and failing. I've tried to break the cycle. Tried not leaving notes. Tried not sending texts. But I can't help it. Some part of me still hopes. Still believes that maybe the next person will be different. Maybe they'll listen. Maybe they'll make it all the way back. To the real world. The one where they're still alive. But deep down, I know the truth. Nobody escapes. We all end up here. In the in-between. Trapped between the world we left and the one we can never reach. Days pass. I don't eat. Don't sleep. Don't age. I just exist. Watching the sun rise and set through my window. Watching people on the street below who can't see me. Watching my phone for messages from people who think I'm dead. Sometimes I text back. Just to see what happens. The messages never go through. Or if they do, they arrive garbled. Corrupted. Like I'm sending them from so far away that they fall apart before they arrive. I've started keeping notes. Not warnings for the next person. Just observations. Things I notice. The way time moves differently here. Sometimes fast. Sometimes slow. Sometimes it loops. I'll have the same day 3 times in a row. Same sunrise. Same weather. Same car alarm going off at 2 p.m. Other times, weeks pass in what feels like hours. I've lost track of how long I've been here. Could be months. Could be years. There's no way to tell. The calendar on my phone stopped updating. It stuck on the day I died. The day I opened the door. I've explored more of this place. The building, I mean. I can leave my apartment during the day. Not at night. Never at night. At night, the things come out. The ones who didn't make it back. The ones who faded completely. They wander the halls. Searching for something they can't remember. I've seen them. Shapes that used to be people. Stretched thin. Distorted. Wrong. They don't acknowledge me. Don't see me. They're too far gone. But during the day, the building is mine. I've checked every apartment. Most are empty. Just furniture and dust and silence. But some have people in them. People like me. Trapped between. We don't talk much. What is there to say? We all made the same mistake. We all opened the door. There's a woman on the 5th floor. She's been here longer than me. She doesn't remember her name anymore. Or how long she's been here. She just sits by her window. Watching. Waiting for something. I asked her once what she's waiting for. She looked at me with empty eyes. I don't remember, she said. But I'll know it when I see it. I don't want to become her. Don't want to forget. So I write. Everything I can remember. My name. My life. My family. The taste of my mom's cooking. The sound of my sister's laugh. The feeling of sun on my face. I write it all down. So when the forgetting starts, I'll have something to hold on to. But I can feel it happening already. Little things slipping away. The name of my first pet. My favorite song. The color of my childhood bedroom. Gone. Like they never existed. And maybe they didn't. Not here. Here, I'm just an echo. A shadow of someone who used to be real. Tonight is different though. I can feel it. Something's changed. The air feels heavier. The silence deeper. At 3:17 a.m., the knocking comes. But not at one door. At every door. All at once. Knock. 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 Up and down the hallway. Every apartment. I look through my peephole. The hallway is full of them. The tall figures. Dozens of them. All standing still. All facing doors. Waiting. My phone doesn't buzz. No texts. No warnings. Whatever this is, it's new. I watch through the peephole. One by one, doors start to open. The people like me. The ones who've been trapped here. They step out into the hallway. Walk toward the figures. They don't look scared. They look relieved. Like they've been waiting for this. The woman from the 5th floor is there. She's smiling. The first real emotion I've seen on her face. She walks up to one of the figures. It reaches out a long, wrong hand. She takes it. And disappears. Not violently. Just, gone. Like she was never there. One by one, the others do the same. Walk out. Take the hand. Disappear. The hallway empties. Until it's just me. Behind my door. Watching. One figure remains. Right outside my door. Waiting. My hand is on the doorknob. I could open it. Could take the hand. Could disappear like the others. Maybe that's the real escape. Not going back. But going forward. Into whatever comes next. I think about the woman from the 5th floor. The smile on her face. The relief. Maybe she was right. Maybe she knew what she was waiting for. And now she's found it. I take a breath. Think about my sister. My mom. My life. The one I lost. Then I think about the notes I've been leaving. The people I've tried to save. The endless cycle of warning and failing and trying again. Is that all there is? Forever? Or is there something else? Something beyond the door? My phone buzzes. One last text. Unknown number. It says, it's your choice. You can keep trying to save others. Or you can let go. Either way, you're already gone. The question is whether you want to accept it. I stare at the message. Read it again. And again. The figure outside my door hasn't moved. Still waiting. Patient. It has all the time in the world. I do too. That's the problem. All the time in the world. And nowhere to spend it. I make my decision. I turn away from the door. Walk back to my couch. Sit down. The figure outside doesn't knock. Doesn't leave. Just waits. And I wait too. Because I'm not ready to disappear. Not yet. Maybe I never will be. Maybe that's my punishment. Not the wandering. Not the loneliness. But the choice. Always the choice. To stay or go. To fight or surrender. To hope or give up. And I choose to stay. Choose to keep leaving notes. Sending texts. Trying to save people who won't be saved. Because maybe that's all there is. Maybe the trying is the point. Even if it fails. Even if it's futile. Even if I'm just delaying the inevitable. The sun rises. The figure outside my door is gone. The hallway is empty again. I write a note. Fold it carefully. Wait for night. At 3:17 a.m., when the knocking comes at some door somewhere in this building, I'll slip the note under. I'll send the text. I'll try to warn them. And they won't listen. They never do. But I'll try anyway. Because that's what I do now. That's who I am. The one who warns. The one who tries. The one who opened the door and learned too late what that meant. And tomorrow night, I'll do it again. And the night after. And the night after that. Forever. I should have stayed in bed. But I didn't. I opened the door. And now I can never close it again. But I can stand guard. Can try to keep others from making the same mistake. Even if it doesn't work. Even if they always open the door anyway. Because maybe someday. Someone will listen. Someone will stay in bed. Someone will break the cycle. And maybe then I'll be able to let go. To take that hand. To disappear. Until then, I wait. And watch. And warn. In the apartment that's almost mine. In the building that's almost real. In the life that's almost over. But not quite. Never quite. Just close enough to remember what I've lost. And far enough to never get it back. This is my eternity. This is my punishment. This is what happens when you open the door at 3:17 a.m. Don't make the same mistake I did. Don't answer the knocking. Don't open the door. Because once you do, there's no going back. Only forward. Into the in-between. Where people like me wait and watch and warn. Where we try to save you from ourselves. Where we fail. Again and again and again. Forever.